Hey guys, it's Vanessa. Welcome back to my channel. It has been quite a while, and that is mainly because my life has changed in so many different ways that it has just been a little difficult for me to sit down and film and do a podcast. So my friends suggested that I try doing it vlog style to make it a little easier for me. Now, I have been vlogging. Every week I vlog in the membership, which is open always. It is still open. We have a small group of people in there that are freaking amazing, who I absolutely love, and we have a good time. It is a very low-key, laid-back group. There's not a lot of commitments. There's not a lot of stuff going on, but we're there together. We're knitting together. We Zoom every week and we chat every day, and it's just really, really nice. I had to clean my yarn room. So I had piles of stuff all over the yarn room, and it was making it really difficult for me to feel comfortable in my space and to want to stay in it. But I have changed that. As you can see, I am sitting at a different angle than I normally sit at, and that is because I don't think I could flip this, but I'm gonna pick this up, and it's because I set up a corner to start doing permanent jewelry. So here is my desk and my table. I have all the knitting stuff on it right now, but that is now in the corner, and I have started a permanent jewelry business. And for those of you who don't know what that is, essentially, like, you pick out your chains that you would want to wear, like something like this, and then I would take the jump ring and zap it and weld it shut to you so that it does not come off unless you cut it off. It's not great for everyone, but it is good for people who are low maintenance and like don't really do a lot that would affect the jewelry. So I love it. I had my own permanent bracelet on, and unfortunately, when I had appendicitis, which is one of the other things that happened to me since I've been gone, I ended up going to the hospital thinking I was having really bad cramps from my period, and then it got out of control and it ended up being appendicitis, and I needed emergency surgery that hour. So I had to cut mine off, which is fine because you could just do that at the jump ring and it's not a big deal, and like you could save your bracelet and blah blah blah, all that stuff. So anyways, I'm doing permanent jewelry as a business, and I'm really hoping that it works out because for me, I want this to be a job. I have been struggling to find a job that besides so I do the social media for Once Upon a Child in Dover, which is a children's resale shop. I love doing that, but it's only about 2.5 hours of my day, so I have plenty of time to do something else, and I'm really hoping that the permanent jewelry fills that time and gives me something that I love to do, that I can bring places, travel, tour, do shows, and offer that service to people. So all that to say, that is now this corner of the yarn room. Then behind me, I do have my stash. I have this Christmas tree up because I had intended on making it cute, and I love the light that comes off of it, so I was going to do something to it, but in typical Knitty Witch style, I got nothing accomplished that I wanted to do, ADHD and all, so I just threw some garlands on it and called it a day. So yeah, so that's how things have kind of been going. I have been working a lot. I work for my sister at, when my dad passed away, he had an insurance company that he started. It was his, and it passed to my sister. She wanted to revive it, revitalize it, keep it open, keep it going. And I have been doing the IT, computer work, and different things to help out remotely for them. So I've been pretty busy. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty. So I picked up a new craft, which is weaving. As you can see, there's a loom back there on an unfinished project, which I'll get to in a minute. But essentially, I'm trying to think of like this is what's great about vlog style is I don't have to cut the picture or the video off every time I don't know what I'm saying. So this makes it a little easier for me. So I apologize if I'm rambly or discombobulated, but it's the easiest for me. So what have I been working on? Does this look familiar to you? Wow. I have been working on my big cozy cardigan, and oh, the sun. Whew. And here it is. Actually, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna close this blind because it is blinding me. Oops. Okay. So that's a little bit better. So here is my big cozy cardi. Okay. So lesson learned. See these guys here? You need them. You need these. So what had happened was I finished the entire body of my cozy cardigan, which has been like a year in the making. Okay. It is knit in one big rectangle, and then you fold it together a certain way and add sleeves and different things. Well, when I got my back rectangle, that thing was 10 inches too wide and completely unsalvageable. Completely. Even at that gauge of needle that I used, which was the suggested needle, I used a size 4. Even at the suggested needle size 4, if I knit the smallest size that Andrea Mowry had written, then I still would have a piece too big. So what I have done is I frogged the entire thing, and I was like, you know what? I paid $300 for this yarn. It was like $290 to start with, and then I ordered another skein because my gauge was off. I was running out of yarn, right? Because it was too big, 10 inches, too big. And so now this sweater has cost me over $300. I am going to make this sweater. So here is a swatch with a size 2 needle. And here is a swatch with a size 1 needle. I'm almost done with it. I put it down for a little bit. It's actually probably big enough, but I want to make it as big as this one. So I still have a little bit to go, like an inch. So we're going to see which size needle works. And I can't believe I'm even going down to size 2. I figured a size 3 from the 4 would not be a big enough step based on the fact that I have 10 extra inches. So I'm trying with the 2 and I'm trying with the 1 to see which one is gonna work for me. And once I figured that out, I'm gonna make this again. This sweater is going to happen because, excuse me, look at how gorgeous this is. And I couldn't even find another pattern that would make good use of all of this yarn together. So naturally that means that I'm gonna knit. I'm gonna do it. A big cozy cardigan will come out of this bag at some point. But yeah, if you've wondered what I've been working on this whole time that I've been gone, it was that. Yeah. So I've also been weaving. Let me show you. So what started this whole weaving thing is I was at Maryland Sheep and Wool, and I bought this little loom, this little travel loom. It's really cool. So I learned how to use it, and I made this adorable little tapestry that I'm trying to untangle here. So I used mini skeins and made this adorable little tapestry off of it. I got some little wood sticks off of Amazon, and I used 3 different mini skeins from my Row 1 yarn subscription. Actually, I thought these 3 looked good together, so I learned how to weave, and yeah, take care of that whole deal right there. So that was my first weaving, I think. I don't know if it was my very first, but it was one of the very first. And then I found that this was a great opportunity to use up sock yarn scraps. So then I made this little one right here, and I believe this is Lemonade Shop yarn. I don't remember. But then I took a little bit of fiber I had that was just like lying around, and I made this little heart puffy in the middle of it. So these tassels are a little bit longer. I don't know how I feel about them being that long. I might cut them. But yeah, so that was another one I made. And then it didn't stop there. I made this one. So I went to Michael's and I found these ribbon packs that I really liked. And I was like, I want to incorporate these ribbon packs into the tapestries. So I did. So I put like, I didn't do the best job. I'm still learning and have been still learning how to make the top when you bind it. I'm going to say binding it off, but when you like do the top and try to, when you take it off the loom, there is loops on the top, and then you have to like tie them off and then weave them back. And I'm not doing a great job getting that to be like flush. So I put a little bow here just to take some attention off of that and make it cute. So I thought that was cute. So there was another one I did, and I don't even remember what this yarn is. Couldn't even tell you. Yeah, so that's it for this little one. So after I got that little one, I was like, not satisfied, like must have more, right? So, oh my goodness, where's my other one? Oh my God, I have to show you guys this. I'll be right back on my run. Okay, so I am missing a loom. I'm like, where did I put it? All right, so I'm gonna have to track down this other loom. I don't know what I did with it. I have actually purchased a few looms. I have this one that I got from Maryland Sheep and Wool. This was from one of the vendors, and it's for like a coaster size, so I have that one. I did get a little bookmark one from Amazon or Hobby Lobby, I can't remember. So I have one for bookmarks. And then if you're looking for weaving supplies, Amazon has a couple that aren't bad. Like they have this weaving comb, which I actually really like. So that is where I bought that. And then, so Hobby Lobby, unfortunately Michael's didn't have this, but Hobby Lobby had these 5-inch metal needles that are really awesome with these smaller looms. They're like perfect. So I got a few of those. And so I did buy a wider one of these off of Etsy. I am so baffled right now with like, what did you do, Vanessa? But it looks just like this, and it's wider. So it has wider teeth on it, and it was like $75 off of Amazon or off of Etsy. It's handmade. So I was trying to show you that because I wanted to show you that I made a couple tapestries that are a little bit wider. So this is one that I made with that other loom. I know where it is. I do. I'm seeing it in my head. I know where I put it. I put it in a bag. And now I'm like, where is this bag? That's not it. That's not it. Oh, Vanessa. Oh, Vanessa. Okay. So I'm going to have to ask Brandan because Brandan probably knows where it is. But yeah, as you can see, this one is wider. And I used a little bit of some of the pieces from the ribbon pack to give it a little texture on the bottom. And then I had to buy a little bit larger wood pieces. But like, I love this one so much. This is a sock that I had. I'm pretty sure this is Western Sky Knits Rainbow Bright, I think. I love this one so much because it's rainbow. And then this is Kirby Warby Yarns Space Cowgirl or Cowboy, I think. That was the back. So here is the front. So I wove this one and I kind of messed with the placement so that I would get the right striping. But I love this one as well. And then here's one that I just have to put on its stick. And the tassels are a little bit shorter on this one because I did kind of the same thing I do when I'm cutting hair, which is why I don't cut hair anymore. I'm too OCD to cut hair. Like, I will start trying to make it even and it's not even, so I like cut it and then you end up cutting back and forth and then you end up with no hair. So that's kind of what happened here with the tassels, but I still like it. It's still long enough. I just have to string this up and put the wood piece on it, and then this one will be done. And this is using Yarn Love sock yarn from a pair of socks that I made. So yeah, I've started making those tapestries. So what ended up happening is this means or meant that I must have all the things and all of the looms. So I did. I went and I bought a bunch of looms and it was completely unnecessary. So I have a shocked rigid heddle loom, which is funny because I didn't know what I was doing in the first place when it came to weaving, and I didn't realize that you don't, there's a piece of hair here, sorry, that you don't weave tapestries on a rigid heddle loom. You weave like table runners and scarves and beautiful things like that. Now I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that, but I haven't gotten there yet. So the rigid heddle loom is sitting in my basement in its box because I'm not ready to use it yet. I'm not ready to jump to that type of craft. But I did buy a few looms. I would say my favorite loom that I bought so far is this one from Michaels. Believe it or not, it was $30 and I used a coupon and got it like half off. I like it because it's kind of spaced out. You can see the teeth are spaced out. And that's a little more conducive to like thicker yarns, which is kind of what I'm using, like worsted weight yarns. So I really like the placement of the teeth on this one, and it pops out so that it stands up by itself. So it has like the back support for it that you can prop it on a table. I haven't used it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm just trying to finish this one, which I'll talk about in a second. And then I went on Amazon because there's a lot of people that are hand making looms like this, and they're very expensive. They're $80 to over $100. I got this one from Amazon for $60. And you know what, guys? It is awesome. So it has back prop stand, like the wood to prop it up, and the teeth are very fine together. So what that means is I can use fingering weight yarn on it and it'll look good. And I can also skip when I'm warping it and have it wider for larger yarns. So I think it's, put it here, I think it's extremely versatile. And for $60, yeah. Now, before I found this one, and this is Becca, it's from Amazon, so it's Becca. Before I found this one, I had went at the suggestion of one of my friends and went to a supplier, and I bought a loom from them. I haven't even put it together yet because I have so much going on. It's pretty much the same as the one I just showed you as far as its makeup, but I waited like 3 or 4 weeks for this loom. She apologized and she ended up upgrading my loom from, like, I had bought a smaller version and she ended up upgrading it to a larger version, which was amazing, and I'm so grateful for that. But when you order something, you kind of like want it now. So that's what happened. I ordered a more expensive loom, and then I was waiting for so long that I ordered the one from Amazon and Etsy, and I went to Michael's. And I went to, I'm going to show you this one. I went to a store that I really love called Spruce and Linen. She is on YouTube and she has her own store. And you could see there's her logo right there. So I bought this flat travel loom. So I'm going to take it off of here. So I bought this flat travel loom from her, and it's great in the fact that, I'm sorry, someone's texting me. Okay. So I asked, or I'm sorry, Distracty. So I ordered this one and it's flat. And I found that when I'm working flat, it's a little difficult for me on these larger looms, especially there's no like back, so it's hard to weave through it when it's sitting down. So I ended up going back to Michael's and buying this tripod. No, it's an easel. It is an easel for art. So I just put it on here. It doesn't really stay very well, which is why I had those 2 clips. But I put it on here, and did that work? No. Come on, Vanessa. Okay, so I put it on this easel, and that kind of made it a little easier for me. So I've learned some techniques here, as you can see, some difference from the smaller tapestries. I learned how to braid fiber into it, so I'm working on that. I've got a few different colors going in. I really like Spruce and Linen's weaving needles. These are handmade wood. This is the maple one, I think. And also she has really beautiful weaving combs and different looms and stuff. So I do really love her stuff. I just found that, yes, for travel, because it comes apart, as you can see, and it breaks down easily. No, really, for weaving flat. That's like a no for me. I don't really like it. So I'm gonna put this back. Okay. And for that weaving, I'm using Michael's acrylic yarn. It didn't even come from Michael's. It came from Walmart. It is called Lion Brand Respun. So it is an acrylic, but it's like really soft. I don't know. I'm trying to like remember the ball band, and it's really soft and just really nice, especially for the weaving. Ultimately, my goal would be to spin my own yarn for the weaving because I have so much fiber. So when you're learning to use a spinning wheel, everyone's like, learn to spin thinner, learn to spin finer, so that you can learn to spin fingering weight, you can learn to control and spin like different weights of yarn. Well, now I'm used to spinning so thin that I don't even know how to make a worsted yarn anymore. Like, I'm gonna have to practice this. It's gonna take me a little bit. So I had to go back and like revert back to factory settings. But ultimately, like, that's what I would like to do. One more loom. So I was talking to my friend Jenny in the membership, and I was like, oh, you can go on Amazon and get a loom. It was like 16 bucks. So I went on Amazon and I got this little loom for $16, and it came with a weaving comb like I showed you. And then I haven't even put this one together yet. So here's the teeth, and then it kind of just goes like this. Oh my God, I don't even think that it like, I don't even think it screws together. Hold on. Nope, it does not. But you know what? That's okay. You don't really need it to. Let me see here. Okay, so, oh, it just snapped together, kind of. Yeah, so it goes like this. I would probably glue this together, but I'm trying to put this together so I could show you. So here it is, the one from Amazon. So what I noticed about this is how the teeth are spaced a little wider, which means this is gonna work great for like a worsted weight, but probably not so great for a fingering weight. But that's the one I got from Amazon for 16 bucks, and it's super portable, and it came with the comb, and it came with a large weaving needle and then a smaller weaving needle. So that's pretty cool. And it was only $16, so I had to have it for my loom collection apparently that I have going on here. So we have that. Okay. I decided after the whole frustration of the big cozy cardigan and losing my weaving mojo, like I had weaving mojo and then I kind of just like lost that too, I decided to start a baby cardigan for my friend's nephew. And I am knitting, I have made this before, I am knitting the Carol baby cardigan in size 9 months. So he's a little bit bigger, and I'm using Sirdar Snuggly cotton DK. So there's that. And it is coming out. I love the stitch definition in this Sirdar cotton. Like, it is so beautiful. And then so the sleeves have this cabled pattern on the top of them that I'm gonna pick up when I do the sleeves. It is, right now I'm on the bottom, which is a seed stitch border, which is really pretty. So it's taking me like no time. It's taking me longer to do this than it normally would take, but I've been like really not working on it religiously. I've been putting it down, picking it up because I've been working on websites and I've been working and I've been doing different things. So it's taking me a little longer than it normally would, but it's a pretty fast knit, especially for the smaller sizes. So I'm almost done with that. And I am using, well, not those because that's the ribbing, but I use these Addi square needles for it. I don't know how I feel about them. Like I've said this before about these because I did review them in one of my earlier episodes, but I feel like it slows me down, but I really did enjoy them for this. So I don't know, maybe I'll give them another chance, but they just feel a little different. And this project is living in my Bitten Mitten Advent bag that I got, that collaboration that she did with Slick Chick bags. So there's the Bitten Mitten logo, and then Slick Chick, there's her logo. This is one of my favorite Advents. And I'm not just saying it because, you know, Fanny is my friend. I'm saying this because when I open this Advent, the way that she spaces the goodies across the 25 days is perfect. I feel like it's what has been missing from a lot of the other Advents. Some Advents will like give you all the goodies at once. Some Advents just won't have any. Some give you like one or two, but Fanny's has little things and they're all different, like scattered throughout the 25 days. And I freaking love that. And then when you get to day 25, it's amazing. So that was that Advent. She has them up in her shop right now, and she does have a discount code for Knitty Witch members. So if you join the membership, you will get a discount off of that Advent. What else do I have? So that's all I've been working on. Like, that sweater sucked the life out of me. The big cozy cardigan sucked my life away when I found out that it wasn't the right size. But I do have this project right here. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas stocking. Oh my God, I didn't realize how much I had done. So here's where I'm at with that. And I'm pulling this out because I need to finish this to give to Teresa of Pretty Twisted Yarns. This is a gift for one of her nieces, and I'm making it for her. She supplied the yarn, and I need to get this done. So I will be getting this done, and we'll be working on this. This is my next thing that I will be working on. Now, just because I haven't been knitting and I haven't been weaving and I haven't been doing much of those things doesn't mean that I have stopped buying things, because that happened a lot. I actually had an entire box of acquisitions, and when I cleaned the yarn room, I was like, I have to clean, I have to just put everything away. So I pulled out a few of the things that I like saw on the shelf that I have acquiesced no, that I have acquired, wrong word, that I have acquired. English, people, English. So, and by people, I mean me. Here are some things that I have purchased. So I had my my yarn subscription for Always Be Kind Yarn. So here are some of the months that I have gotten. So here was, let me see if it says it. This was April. This is June. It was about bumblebees. Be kind. This one is May. And I love this one. This one was August. Oh my God, I love it. And I ended up canceling my subscription for financial reasons. And as you can see, because I am not making my way through these at all. So they're just feeding my stash, and I need to save money. We have some things going on. So I did cancel this subscription, but I love it. It is the Always Be Kind Yarn Kindness Club. So if you're looking for a self-striping yarn club, I highly recommend this one. It is amazing, and I love them so much. Basically based off of rainbows, and what more could you want? Oh, here's another one. This one's February. Yeah, I absolutely love these. So I went to the yarn store recently, and I wasn't going to buy anything, but my friend Alana from the Knitty Natty subscription or membership, she was visiting Delaware, and she stopped by. We went to the yarn store, and she dyed up these amazing skeins of yarn for me. I love them so much. She named them I Was a Weapon, and it's a superwash DK merino 3-ply, and they're so beautiful. I love them so much. Thank you, Alana. I love seeing you, and I love this yarn. So when we were at the yarn store, the Yarn Maven, she told me that she had gotten in this yarn from a show, La Jolla, and they were one of a kinds. And these are different, but I couldn't leave without either of them. Even though they're close, they're not going to go together. I'm not going to put them together. But they were so freaking gorgeous that I had to have them. Had to have them. So I bought those. And then also I bought a Lemonwood minder that I didn't need because I already have one. It's right there. But I really love the colors in this one. So I ended up buying this one. And these are great. I really love them. I attach it to my purse. I have a backpack purse, and I just clip it to it, and I knit from it. So I really, really love that. And there is Lemonwood. It's Lemonwood Love. Oh, look, more yarn. So obviously you can tell I'm not using my yarn from my Kindness Club, because here it is. This is March. So there is a March Kindness Club. So it's something I'll resubscribe to in the future once I work through some of this. And then the other company that has been getting me when it comes to their stuff is the Woobles. All right, when I first saw these kits, I was like, that's expensive. I'm never gonna buy more than one because I already know how to crochet. I'm not learning. These are like learn to crochet kits, but they're like potato chips. Like once you pop, you just can't stop. So here's my Woobles collection that has yet to be made. Rainbow Dinosaur. Pastel Rainbow Llama. Little heart. A mystery surprise I haven't opened yet. And I ordered the Woobles advent calendar. It's in a box. I'm not even opening the box because I don't even want to be tempted. Last year's Wooble advent was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. It was 25 days or 24 days. And this year they took some feedback and they decided to make it 12 days because people were having a really hard time keeping up with every day doing like a little woobly bit. So this one is 12. And then they say that the box pops open to be a little log cabin. So I'm really excited. And this one, the one last year, was little ornaments, so there were like little tiny projects. This one is advertised to have 4 full-size Woobles, so I'm pretty excited. I also got Santa, an elf, and a gingerbread man. So I'm really excited to make those, and obviously to open the advent calendar. It's gonna be great. All right, moving on. Those are the acquisitions I had saved. I also bought a bunch of fiber from the Fiber Genie. I don't know, I didn't pull it out because I'm not sure. I bought so much, I'm not sure. Let me not say I bought so much. I bought so much from her that I'm not sure what's new and what's old and what I've already shown and what I haven't. But I love the Fiber Genie. Love, love, love her and her stuff. So definitely check her out. So the last thing before I let you go, for October, I'm going to be doing a project for Vlogtober instead of an Advent. So Vlogtober, I'm still deciding if I want to keep it in the group or release it on YouTube. I'm leaning towards releasing it on YouTube just because I haven't been around YouTube. I was going to leave October and Vlogtober specifically for the membership, but I've also kind of dropped the ball on my channel and I want to give something to you guys to make up for that. So I might be putting Vlogtober on YouTube. That being said, I don't have an Advent this year, but what I am going to do is I'm going to pick a project for Halloween and I'm going to try to finish that whole project in the 1 month of Halloween. Here are some yarn options that I'm considering. So I have this set from Stitching with Yarn that I really, really love. So it has a full skein and then I have the mini skeins. However, I also have this mini skein set from Passion Knits Yarn that I got at a festival a few years ago. And I'm thinking if this doesn't work, like this is not enough, I'm considering putting this with this. So I need to find a pattern that I can accommodate all of these colors in, and I don't know what that is yet. So I'm going to do some research and I'm going to look around and I'm going to see what I can make out of these colors. I typically lean towards like pie or semicircular shawls. I'm not a fan of triangular. I really just don't care for the triangle shape. So I don't knit a lot of those. So I'm kind of looking for a semicircular shawl pattern that will accommodate all of these Halloween colors. So if you guys can help me with that and send me some, that would be great. I would really love to see what is available for me to make. That's all I have for you I lie. I got one more thing. All right. So I did a thing and I made a book club to keep me accountable and help me read my books that I've been holding. So it is on Fable. Fable is an app like Goodreads, but it's for book clubs and things. So it's actually a little bit better and I like it. It's free. And it is, I don't remember exactly what I named it, but the link is in my link tree on Instagram. So I'm reading A Court of Thorn and Roses with the group right now, and we're going to finish this in the month of September. I say that, and now we're halfway through September, and I haven't finished it yet. So I need to read more. But if you're interested in reading, I'm basically going to be just reading the books off my shelf. Like I have The Fourth Wing I haven't read. I have a few different books. I read a lot of fantasy, and I read a lot of horror. So I won't bore you with too much horror, but for the most part, I'm trying to get through my fantasy collection. So I'm hoping that everyone can read with me and like we could have some discussions and help hold me accountable for that. That's all I have for you. It has been a long time coming, and I am so grateful that I finally got the opportunity to sit and say hello. I'm sorry for all the scatteredness, but scattered seems to be my life these days. Everything I talk about will be linked down below. It's a vlog, so I might be light on the editing, but I will link everything down below. And also, if you need to find me, that will be linked below. I am Knitty Witch on Instagram. I am Knitty Witch on Threads. I am Knitty Witch on Facebook. I am Knitty-Witch on Ravelry. And what else I got? I'm the Knitty Witch on TikTok, although I don't really do TikTok too much. I do social media primarily for my primary job for both the insurance company and for Once Upon a Child. So my social media has been suffering lately because of that, because I'm literally on the computer and on social media all day, that when it comes time to do it for myself, I don't want to. Thank you guys so much for watching, for spending your time with me, for taking the opportunity to make it through this podcast. I might be going to Rhinebeck. I'm not 100% yet. So if you're going to Rhinebeck, I may see you there. We'll find out. I'm going to Salem for my birthday at the end of this week. And yeah, so everyone have a great day and a great week, a great month, however long it takes me to get back. And I will see you in the next one. Also, check out the membership because I am always there. All right, guys, I love you all. We'll see you soon.